All right, my people, another day, another update. How are we all doing today? Hope we are enjoying our day. Thank you so much to you all that have subscribed on my YouTube channel. Hit the notification button. I have been getting the update, commenting, watching my videos. I can't take that love for granted. I appreciate you all and keep on doing the good work. From there, all of us, we are learning. All right. The more I teach, the more it widens my horizon. The more I do research on you people's questions, the ones that I know already, the ones that I don't know, the ones that I need to gather more information to bring it up to you guys. So it's you people that are keeping me up to speed while I'm bringing the update to you guys. All right. So thank you very much. From anywhere you are joining us, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Enjoy the update as it used to come always. All right. Thank you guys. I can never take that love for granted. So we are here again today, like I said earlier. And today, what's the update all about? The update for today is all about a fear for height, phobia for height, or acrophobia, as the science terminology will put it. So many people have been flying aeroplanes. So many, because of the phobia for heights, they don't want to fly. So many have scheduled appointment that they will travel. But if they remember that they will travel and they have to fly, that they are not going to go by transport, that they are not going to go by road to their destination, they will cancel that travel. So many people want to adventure to see things in the other parts of the world, but the only means of them getting to that part of the world is through flying. But because of their fear for heights, they cannot embark on that journey. So if you are on that table, bring your jotter, take your pen, and jot things down. For I'm about to break it down for you guys on ways how you can be able to avert or conquer the fear for heights, acrophobia, or phobia for height, anyone you term it. All right, that is the topic that we are going to delve into today. For the ones that have already indicated the interest on the comment section, I would share the link of this video to you guys so that you just pick one or two from it, and I hope it helps you in the long run so that you can be able to explore that your dream city, that your business trip that you want to embark on, that your tourist sites that you want to visit, that your picnic, that your dates, that your enjoyment in the skies or in the moon, to visit the moon or something like that. You can be able to summon that courage to explore those adventures. All right. So sit back, relax, let's explore this journey together. I hope it helps. All right. So getting into it, what is fear? That is the first question that you have to ask yourself. If you check your dictionary, the dictionary says fear is an unpleasant situation or emotion that a person develop or something develop as a result of the danger or harm or pain that the situation or scenario will cause on them. Something like that. This is just a literal explanation of what I understood from the dictionary about that. All right. So getting into it, if you get to know what your problems or your challenges are, then you get to do what? To face them head on. If you actually want to conquer or to destroy whatever those things are. Now, the challenge we are having here, or you are having here as a person, is fear. That is one. Now, that fear brings the second one, which is what? The height. You are scared of height. Why are you? The first thing I ask people is, why are you scared of height? Before you are afraid of someone, you would have there would have been something that have caused you to create to start developing that fear for that person. Maybe like a child, when you're growing up, that particular person has been yelling at you. Anytime the person sees you, it doesn't the person doesn't bring up any good tidings, or he's not cheerful. He or she always comes to you with anger or fury or anything that is never pleasant to you. Whenever you see that person, maybe there was a time that person nearly threw you on the floor as a child, or there is one shocking moment you had with the person that has surpassed every other thing that good or whatever that the person has done for you. Whenever you remember or have a sight of that person or hear the person's name, the first thing that strikes to your mind is that injury or that pain that that person caused for you. So because of that, you just decide that, I don't want to see this person. I don't want to have anything in common with this person anymore. I don't want to see him or her around my space at all. So with that, you will start to abhor the person, to push away the person from coming close to you. The same thing happens to us when we are facing that fear, when we are facing height, a higher altitude, a higher platform, or whatever. So, like I said, what is the cause? Have you ever, like maybe in your past, fall off a high ground? You fell from an upstairs, or you watched a movie and something happened from a high altitude, or maybe you were in a flight or someone was in a flight or something and something happened, or maybe you've heard stories of things that happened in the past as a result of a flight, maybe crash investigation. You were watching crash investigations and you felt like, me traveling by air is not safe for me. Or this is for the ones that are having developed the fear just as a result of maybe them watching crash investigation, and maybe they might want to travel. They don't want that experience to keep on flashing to, to their memory and on their face or something like that. Or maybe there might have been something that have happened early in the past that have made you to say, anytime you are placed in a higher altitude or a higher platform, you are so scared, you are so afraid of anything. What is it that is the main cause of your fear? So if you're watching your main cause of fear of height, because it's just height that we are trying to buttress, disintegrate it and, scatter it to the barest minimum, that anyone that wants to fly tomorrow wouldn't be nurturing that fear in them any longer. All right. So identifying what your fear is all about is key, or is paramount to what we are talking about today, or is paramount to you being able to conquer that fear for height. So ask yourself, or drop it under the comment section, what is the cause of my fear for height? So that from there we can know in the subsequent videos if we can be able to give you an idea on how to conquer those kind of fear that you are, how those kind of situations that resulted to you fearing or having that kind of scare about height. All right. So first off, like I said earlier, what is the cause of your fear for height? Identify it. Then from there, you can now know what the problems are and the solution around those problems. All right. So I will be listing some salient points or ideas or practices that you can indulge in, so that it will just be like a therapy or a remedy to the challenge that you are facing about height. Stay tuned and continue listening to this video. But if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscription button and the notification bell, so that whenever any of updates like this comes up, you will be among the first people to grab it and get informed. All right. So like I said earlier, we have to identify the triggers to we having those phobia for height. So now you've identified that this is what It's making me have that fear for height. All right. The next thing you now have to do is what? If you don't ask a question, you won't receive an answer. If you're in doubt of something and you ask questions, definitely you are expecting to get an answer that will help you clear your doubts, right? Good. So that is the reason why you are here listening to this video, because this thing has been a challenge for you, uh, and has been preventing you from embarking on some kind of journey that you would love to embark on. So the reason why you are here today is for you to get solution to your problems and face them head on. That brings me to that point of say, face your fear. You've identified that this is my fear, height. You've identified that this is the cause of it. This is the trigger, or these are the things that prompts me having developing that fear for height. Now, because of these things that you've identified, would you say, I leave it to God, like some persons will say? No, definitely not. Because it's a problem for you. If not a problem, you wouldn't be here listening to this. Because it's a problem for you that you really want to conquer, you need an answer to your problem. And you getting that answer is what? You facing it head on. Let me use an instance. Like I did I defined fear at the onset of this video. And I said that fear is an unpleasant situation of developing emotions of harm, danger, pain on our body or one's body or something like that. You don't want to feel pain. You don't want to expose yourself to danger. You don't want to harm yourself as a result of you getting to an elevated altitude or elevated platform, or getting involved in height, in this case, you flying. But you know that this thing has been hindering you from so many things, maybe from business trips, maybe from having fun, maybe from exploring the world, or maybe from tourism, maybe from holidays, vacations, and all that. But you now want to face that your fear. Bring yourself to a situation whereby you go to the gym. Let me use it as an example. You go to the gym, and when you enter the gym, one of the common phrases that you will always be seeing on the walls, or you hear your instructors talk about, is no pain, no gain. We are used to those kind of statements. No pain, no gain. Push harder, stuff like that. Good. And you came into the gym for the first time and you hear no pain, no gain. To some persons, they'll be like, oh, yeah, this is a motivation for me, because I have to push harder, feel the pain, and I gain the result I want. But to some other person, they'll be like, no pain, no gain. Are you people trying to say that I will have to sustain injury coming to the gym, feel the pain, and again, or whatever? They might analyze it or understand it the other way around. But if they bring it down to you that no pain, no gain, that is when you have to understand that your body has been calm the way you grew up with it, until you decided to, your muscles has just been on their own, until you decided that, the way my body is, I feel like I need to tone it down to build muscles, or to build my glutes or stuff like that. The result, I have to get it in the gym. And you now get to the gym, they now tell you no pain, no gain. Explaining it to you, they tell you that at the first step, or your first day in the gym, maybe you enter a treadmill, or they are introducing you to a treadmill, and that treadmill is running. You will be scared that you cannot be able to meet up with the pace of that treadmill. That is why sometimes, most times, if you see the first timers in the gym using the treadmill, they are always too scared to put their feet on it. They will be feeling that they will fall, or that they will break their leg, or that the treadmill will be faster than them, or something like that. But with their instructor standing by their side, regulating the pace for the treadmill, for them, let them feel free. Initially, they will tell them to have their hands on the rails of the gym, of the treadmill. From there, they start to step their feet one after the other, one after the other, throwing the pace. They will tell them, okay, remove one hand, remove the other hand, feel free. They keep on walking, walking, walking. First day, second day, third day, they might increase it to like speed. They start to increase the speed gradually, gradually. From that, they now grow into it, that they now use the treadmill to their own pace, to their own speed. But again, you will notice that after you going through that treadmill on that first day, that you have not done it for ages, since you started growing up or something like that, you will feel some pain in your body, either on your feet, on your lungs, or any part of your body, just using the treadmill. You will feel some pain. But that pain that you're feeling is you now trying to exercise your muscles that has been relaxed. It's just like you stressing a child that has been sitting down on his or her own. You now start to try to stress the child to start walking or something like that. You see that the child will start to be feeling so reluctant about it because he or she is feeling some kind of pain or something that is not common to his or her body initially. So it's that same thing that you are feeling on your body. But will you say, because of the pain that I'm having, that I will not continue? You will still see that because you want to get results, tomorrow you will still repeat it in the gym again. You repeat it, the pain will increase, but by the third day, it now starts to get into you and become part of your body system. While the pain is now getting to normal, you are now used to the pain is shading off. It will start to relax. Your body system will start to get into it and know that, oh, I'm no longer in that my relaxed mode. I now have to exercise myself to get that result that I want. So that is that thing they say, no pain, no gain. It's not something you have to, the pain from the gym is not something you have to go and take drugs for as a result of it, unless if maybe something hits you, that one is a different ballgame. But if it's just you exercising your body and, there's no need you taking paracetamol for, pain, body pain, or any drugs. Your instructors will definitely tell you that. But what cures that is consistency. Once you are consistent with the gym, your body system will understand that, oh, this is a new me. It will adjust and follow up your body, your routine that you've already established. So what am I trying to say in essence here to the topic of the day is, you have to face your fear head on. If you don't face your fear will always conquer you. But when you face your fear and challenge it, that is when your fear will those fear will start to get off you, and you start to get normal with the system. You can't tell me now as a pilot that I'm scared of heights. But what? What am I scared of? Since that place is my office, I stay there more than I stay on the ground, most of the times and all that. So why should I be scared of height? All right. So, but at the initial stage of my flying school, I felt a bit jittery about it. On my first and my second day of flying, being on the controls and my training, I felt a bit jittery. But after some time, I'm no longer thinking about it. So it's the same way to you that is listening to me and having this fear for height. The earlier you face your fears head on, the better you conquer it, or the earlier you conquer it and you move on with whatever those heights would have been preventing you from. All right. So do what? Face your fears head on and fight it. Fight it. If you fight it, you will conquer it. And once you conquer it, you're free. All right? So that is one of the points that I said I will bring up to you on that. Remember, take note of what the triggers are, then fight it. We are going to talk about the ways for you to fight those your fears in the as we progress. So stay tuned, hit the subscription button and hit the notification. If you have further questions to ask under this, please drop it under the comment section and we keep on enlightening ourselves and get more results to what our challenges are. This brings us to the ways to conquer this fear for height. Little experiences or little ideas I will give to you based on my experience is the things that we're going to discuss about now. Number one, based on my experience, I would like us, people that have been following me will always know that I like bringing things down to our environment practically so that you won't start to look for so much out there for you to be able to achieve results. All right. Now, the first idea I'll have to give to you is where you are living. Are you living in an upstairs or are you living in a ground floor apartment or something like that or building? If you are living in in an upstairs, you can start from your house, from where you live. You can start to fight your fears of height from where you live, from your house. If you are living in an upstairs, have you climbed the first floor of your house and you go out of the balcony? Stand at the balcony, look down, look around, feel nature. And you look at yourself, you say, looking out now, you think about it, what those your fears are. Remember, you are looking for a result, right? You think about what those fears are and you tell yourself, I'm outside here, I'm looking around, I'm enjoying nature, and nothing happens to me. You are enjoying it, feeling the gentle breeze coming around there with you. You just stand on the balcony, maybe for like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and you go in, go downstairs, and you look at you feel you just feel free. Think about it. Some persons, if you have headset to play music, you put on your headset, play music. You can take a stool, sit down on your balcony, look around, look down, and you see that there is actually nothing that has happened to me. So why am I scared of entering a flight? From first floor, you move to the second floor. If you don't have a second floor in where you live, you can go out to open places like malls or something like that. Climb to a higher floor. If you visit hotels, request for maybe a higher floor, second floor, third floor. From that, you keep on increasing your step. Whenever you are embarking on this, go out of the balcony or look through the window, stand in your room, look through the window, and look down. You still see that what has happened to me? Nothing. Nothing has happened to me. I still remains myself, feeling good, sane, and nothing. From there, you see that you start to nurture that idea that this thing that I'm scared of, there is actually nothing to it. While you do it the first time, it might feel a bit confusing. It might feel a bit challenging to you that, why should I? Start from ground floor, look out through the window, go to first floor, look out through the window, explore the balcony. Second floor, look out through the window for some minutes, go out to the balcony if you have a balcony there. Third floor, through the window, balcony, through the window, balcony. As you increase, you see that there is nothing to this. And from that, you might start to even question yourself, why am I even scared of height? Whereby these buildings have been here and nothing happened to them. But remember, like I told you at the initial stage, what are your triggers to you being scared of height? If you identify those your triggers, Drop them under the comment section if it's the one that you feel like to drop under the comment section, that whatever solution I'm coming up with here does not address that. You do what? Drop it under the comment section. We come up with that on that kind of scenario later on. All right. So explore your environment, the house you're living in, the hotels you're visiting, the sites around you that are higher platforms. You know, when we were small, people like us that grew up in the rural areas, we used to climb trees, mango trees, odara trees, guava trees, and all that. So height didn't really pose challenges for people like us. All right. So you as an adult now, I wouldn't tell you to start to climb a mango tree or uh, guava tree or cashew trees or something like that. It was fun. It was part of we growing up those days. So I never experienced any height phobia apart from my 2 3 days of flying, which it didn't really disturb me like it disturbed some of my colleagues and all that. Some persons dropped out of flying because of height. They could not bear it. All right. But I believe if they had prepped themselves, like with all these kind of examples and instances that I'm giving, I believe if they had done that before they joined the flying school, it wouldn't be a problem for them. That brings me to my video about preparing your child, or a child as a parent for flying school, or you want your child to be a pilot in future. If you've not listened to that video, drop it under the comment section that you've not listened to the video. I will send the link to you under the comment section so that you listen to it, because exploring some of these options that I'm going to talk to you about here now, when your child is still young, will help the child to do what? To conquer that fear of height when he or she grows up. All right. So use your environment and explore your fear. All right. So that you can get out of it as fast as possible. Remember, it's a gradual process. You can't just do it in one day and you say that you are no longer scared of heights. You ask yourself question, how long have I been facing this? Multiple of years back, you have been facing it, and today you just want to conquer it in a day. No, it doesn't happen that way. It's a gradual process because the fear accumulated as a result of ages in the past. So for you to conquer it, it will still be a gradual process for you to wind back those things that has been your fears and get it out of your system. All right. Another aspect or idea I would give to this is you embarking on a picnic with friends to high grounds, mountains, go for mountain climbing, hills, valleys, and all that. You are in a group of friends, and you people decide that you are going to go for picnic at so place, and you say, it's mountain climbing or something like that, and you are like, no, if it's mountain climbing, I'm not going, or something like that. You see that, but for me, this would be like a later stage when you must have explored or conquered the fear within your environment. You've conquered that fear of height within your environment, like on the first example I gave. You climbing first floor, second floor, looking through the window, staying or standing on the balcony or sitting on the balcony, looking out and exploring nature. View, appreciate nature. All right. When you have conquered this fear of height from that first stage, you can decide to go a step further to say, okay, your friends comes up with the idea of let's go for mountain climbing picnic, or let's go for a picnic in the valley or something like that. You decide, okay, as a result of my quest to conquer the fear of height, you be amongst the first to be pushing for that picnic to take place. All right, you explore it, go for that, and always challenge yourself. If you have any of your colleagues, you tell them that I'm going for this because of this. I want to really conquer this fear for height. If you guys notice, I've not been traveling, I can't fly aircraft or something like that as a passenger or whatever. I can't fly, but I really want to face this my fear head on and conquer it. they can be of help to you and say, okay, come on, girl, come on, guy, let's explore, let's do it. With that push from your friends around you, you climb that mountain, come down, do it 1 or 2 times, you see that you've conquered that part, and off you go. By the next time, you will even be the one that will even be saying, okay, so since there is nothing to this, I did it, I came back, no pains, no injury sustained, it was fun and all that. The next minute or the next time they come up with something like that, you will always be in the forefront to say, let's go, guys, let's go, guys. All right. So these are one of the things that you can do for you to get fear of height, of your mindset, or of anything that will be challenging you towards whatever you want to achieve in life, especially you flying an aircraft. Whenever you remember that you're going to fly, you'll be like, oh, no, 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 I can't do that. I can't do that. No, you can do it, but it's just the fear of the unknown that you're scared of. Ask yourself a question. Those people that have taken it as their job or their career, do they have two lives or whatever? You see that you answer your question to yourself and give yourself the confidence that you can do it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about on this is the next idea I'm coming up with on this is you exploring the machineries around you. Exploring the machineries around you. What do I mean by that? When I was talking about grooming a child towards becoming a pilot, I gave instances like taking your child for a picnic and you people go for roller coaster, climbing the roller coasters, having fun on that. What are they again? Some of them are not okay. I used an instance of people that are around Lagos, canopy climb and all that. Those are the things that they are high altitude platforms and machineries that whenever you are able to summon that courage to go through a roller coaster, then if you can be able to, if you or your child or whoever that is scared of heights can be able to go through a roller coaster and come down, I don't think there's any aircraft you enter and you feel like I'm scared of heights anymore. You can be able to conquer the fear of a roller coaster. Oh my God, forget that. You have conquered the fear of height. Even me as a pilot, it used to turn my eye anytime I explore that event. But if you can be able to say, I want to fight my fear, I want to conquer this fear for height, and you are determined to achieving that, if I can do it, you can do it. All right. Canopy walk, go for canopy walk. They have one in Lagos. Other part of the city, they have roller coasters. They have this ring, whatever, I've forgotten the name they call it, that people sit in the boxes around it. They have in Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, some satellite places. Outside Nigeria, there are so many of them and all that. There's I've forgotten the name they call. There's one in UK, in London. Not the London Eye. The London Eye is part of it. There's this one that they move. You cross. You enter this. Oh my God! The name is coming to my head, but I can't figure it now. You carry you on a. Oh, the name is coming. This thing, and cross a river to the other side, then bring you back. Anyways, if you know the name, drop it under the comment section of what I'm talking about in London. Yeah. So those are the things that you can explore. Those are experiences that you can explore. Of which, if you're able to summon that courage to explore all those, you will see that at the end of the day, nothing happens. The one I'm talking about in London here, the hook that is holding the thing is just like this, my finger like this. It's just like this, and it's on a rail, and it's just going. And I ask myself a question: to all these people that are scared of heights, what if that hook, breaks? Some part of one part of it breaks, and this is falls off. Stuff like that. Yeah, but when I experienced it, I believed and I was confident with the system that what the maintenance culture is there, and that stuff will always be holding strong and all that. But the baseline is that I was inside it and I was just looking around. and nothing. It was fun for me. I took videos, pictures, and all that, went in there. And at the end of the day, we arrived safely, moved from the first point to the other side of the river, came back to the other side of crossing the, I think it's the River Thames of in London or something like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So if you have stuff like this kind of machineries around you, do well to explore them. By the time you're able to explore them, they will be, you will be using that to be conquering what that your height altitude fear is all about. Again, if you are staying in remote areas that some of these machineries that I've mentioned, they are not available to your beck and call, some persons can start by climbing a ladder. You bring a ladder, you place it on a platform, maybe on a fence or something, and you climb from step one, step two, you climb to a stage, you stop. That's the highest that you can go. The next day you add another step, the next day you add another step, the next time another step, the next time another step, and you stand there and you look at yourself, you look around, and nothing happens. From there as well, you can summon that courage to conquer that fear for height just by climbing a ladder, and you still see that nothing happens. Remember, it's all about you. If other people can go through it, why can't you go through it? Ask yourself that question and give yourself the answer. All right? That's another idea. Try it. If it works for you, share the idea as well to some other person. For you to embark on this journey of you conquering the fear for heights, you have to first of all do what? Avoid all the negativities that are surrounding whatever the triggers are towards you having that fight, that height phobia. Let me use an instance. Possibly you have been watching crash investigations and you have been seeing, they say, the as a result of the result of the investigation is saying that the fault is from the pilot or is from the cabin crew or is from the engineer or is from the manufacturer. You know, anybody that or anywhere that chain of event was cut short, you now start to think, so if this happens, this will go this way, blah, 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 and all that. I also always tell people that the reasons for investigations about past events are not to put scare or fear, induce fear in human beings or people that they are bringing it up to, but rather to help fight the process that caused those kind of events from happening. The ways aviation was in the past and the way it is today is, the gap is too much in the sense of positivity, because if not for those investigations and the findings that they got from that, possibly we will still be flying without autopilot today. There will be no aircraft with GPSs today. Even the cell phones that we are using as human beings today, if not for investigations and people asking questions and getting answers and working on the answers they got, maybe we might not be even be using phones today, because all those are as a result of why. All right, we asking those questions, why is this thing not like this, why is this not like this, we get answers because is this okay, why can't we do it this way? That is human evolution and innovation. All right. There have been so many things that have been changed in the course of aviation, years by, as years passes by. Even today, there will be a change in one thing or the other in aviation. All right. So you have to understand the way or the what the cause of your problem is. Now you ask yourself a question, why? If you don't get that answer from yourself, that is why you are on platforms like this my platform, to get an advice or to get solutions to your problem. Those solutions are the things that I'm profiling to you now. What are those triggers that makes you fear height? And why are those? When you get to elaborate this thing, list them down, then you know how to conquer each and every one of them step by step. But the main thing is that, is there negative? Is there negativity? Definitely there is. If there is no negative, then there will be no positive. Everything will just be neutral. But because there is that edge of positive negativity, and that there's edge of that edge of positivity, that is why we have North Pole and South Pole. That is why we have East and West, and that is why we have man and woman. That is why we have boy and girl. All right. So you must always have at the back of your mind that this is that. There must be A and there must be Z. All right. So, but on which end do you want to be? You want to relax yourself in that side of negativity? Definitely no. And that is why you're here. So when you get to that, you ask yourself that question and you answer it, and you see that the answer you are getting is on the negative side. You fight that negativity, correct that impression, that negative impression that is challenging you from you exploring or enjoying what you want to enjoy, having the fun you want to have. If you think that whenever you remember height, it's all about me thinking about 6 feet or whatever, then you will always be running around where you are. But it's when you ask questions, you get a negative answer, then you fight those negative answers. Why can't it be the other way? Then you try to make it to be the other way around. Then you will land yourself in the positive side. All right. So that is the essence of you doing what? Challenging your negativity. Because at the end of the day, by the time you bring yourself into the mindset of positivity and you remain there, safety is your watchword by then. All right. So don't ever forget to do what? To challenge those negative impressions that have been causing those fear of height on yourself. All right. And with that, you get to conquer it and you forge ahead. Like I said, it's a gradual process. You achieving results to your question or your challenge or your fear, conquering it is a gradual process. It's not something that you just have to start today and you get results immediately. But it's remember, it has been something that has been there in you, has been induced in you for quite some time in the past. But since you have taken that bold step for you to come and look for an answer, and you are working towards getting a positive answer on yourself, you have to really be patient with the process. And don't leave the process to linger for so long. All right. I come up with another idea, which is watching documentaries. If you are watching documentaries like movies and all that, of high grounds, or things, movies that you feel that they are that they will expose you to high grounds, mountainous documentaries. They go into the like what's all these channels, like Discovery channels or something like that, that they show about animals in the wilderness and forests, high grounds, blah blah blah, and all that. So if you can watch all those pictures of artworks that are that is talking about high grounds and all that. Maybe by watching the videos and pictures like that, you might even get yourself off the ban of that fear you are having about height. All right, but the only thing I urge you is what? Take it a step at a time. Then some persons might tell you that they can't stay in a flight for a long time, that they are so scared. Start from the short flights. From the short flight, from the 30 minutes, 40 minutes flight, you take it to, you make your trip 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. From there, you become more comfortable about the whole system. All right. So those are one other point that might help you get out of that negative bandwagon of fearing, getting scared of height at any point in time. Now, this part is for the ones that have embarked on the process and is still a work in progress for them. They are already flying. They can go on a flight, but they are never at rest whenever they enter or they board a flight. These ones are for you guys. These little tips are for you guys. Are you traveling with a friend? Yes. Why not, when you're sitting down with your friend side by side to you, engage the person in a conversation? Engage the person in a conversation. With that, you can possibly do what? Get your mind. If you're so engulfed in the conversation, you see that you take yourself off the flight itself. As in, you're there physically, but your mind is not there. Your mind is in the conversation that you're having with your friend that you're traveling with, or someone else that is sitting beside you. It helps as well. All right. So engage in discussions with people around you, or friends, or your neighbor sitting down by your side in the course of the flight. All right. It helps. Works like magic. Before you know it, the aircraft has taken off, climb, cruise. Before you know it, you people are about to land. All right. So that is it. Like I say, so many people have different phases of flight that they are scared of. They will tell you they are scared of takeoff. Some will say they are scared of landing. Some will tell you that they are scared of that cruise. The time that the aircraft is just there, it looks as if it's standing one place, that they are not moving. That is always scared. When are we going to land, or something like that. So different people with their different reasons and different phases of flight that they are scared of and all that. But if you can engage in conversations, you won't even know when people are cruising, you won't even know when. Right? So try this and you still see that it might work for you. Another point to that is you sleeping off. Some persons, when they come to fly, they will tell you that before they embark on flight that they have to take a sleeping pill. But for me, it's a no, because you are always supposed to always be aware of your environment whenever you are flying. Always be aware of the way the flight is going somehow. Just be on the alert in case, you are told to just move or something. You wouldn't look so lost inside the flight. Some people do that, but for me, it's not advisable. But if you feel that that is a little way for you to be able to conquer your fear and embark on the trip you want to embark on, try it. If it works for you, good. But medically, most times, and it's not really advisable you taking sleeping pill while going for flight. So me personally as well, I don't advise that, because you always have to be on the alert. Not that you won't sleep on a flight. If sleep catches you, you feel like sleeping, feel free to sleep. But taking pill for it, I don't really advise on that. But another thing you can try is, some people like listening to music. That whenever they are listening to music, in fact, they are carried away. So you still see that so many people, whenever they are embarking on a flight, they wear headsets, cover their ears, and listen to music, and they forget about whatever is happening. All right. So that also can help. If you are the type that like listening to music, you can try that. It helps. If you're the type that like watching movies, you can come with your laptop or this thing, your tabs, when the flight takes off, or if it's even a long flight that you have the screens on, the IFE, in-flight entertainment. When you take off, once they release the fasten seatbelt sign for you guys to watch movie and all that, you put on your movie and you keep on watching your movie. All right, those are the some of the things that can make you forget about whatever it is that you are scared of, height or whatever. Some like watching funny videos. You can maybe download funny videos on your iPad, on your laptop. When the aircraft takes off, you just be watching your this thing. Why the funny videos are making you happy and all that. You will even forget about the flight and move on. The in-flight entertainment have movies that are funny as well. You can do what? You can tune into funny videos, movies, and all that. And by the time you listen to them, you watch them and all that, before you know it, the aircraft has taken off and has landed. All right. So these are the little tips that you can use to explore and fight your fear against height. All right. And then in conclusion, remember, it's something that you're fighting. It's just like a child trying to learn how to walk. Start from lying down when she's giving birth or she's giving birth to sitting down, to crawling, to standing, to walking, to running. It's a process. So don't expect yourself that once you start this immediately that you have to conquer it immediately. No, it's a gradual process. Always take a chill breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Analyze the situation and follow the process. If you feel that whatever we have enumerated here would help you out in a way or the other, try and practice them one after the other. At the long run, you will see that the fear of height will be a thing of the past. Give it time. You will get there. Try it. All right. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope that this video or this topic we talked about today with the things I enumerated down here would have helped you to build a positive mindset towards height and altitude, so that by tomorrow I'll be glad if any of you will come up and tell me that Captain Callistus, thanks for this thing that you've done in my life. That is when I listened to your video about height that I started getting, I put it into practice, and now I no longer have that phobia for height. I will be one of the happiest persons. Take, please try it, and I'll be so glad to hear testimonies like that. Not the only pastors, then they give testimony. Make the people give testimony for my own University of Aviation. All right, I love you guys, and I can never love you for less. I believe many of you might have been saying, Baba, na pidgin we use know you. This one where you got the yarn, all this drama they give us like this. Anyways, guys, let's just take it the way it is. All right, we go see they run our pidgin, they go small, small, but this one are just for people who say, so many of them, some persons, who be our brothers, them, as in terms of they no be Nigerians then. So some of them they say if I go even try, give unto them the way. So like this one now, something will go benefit everybody both within Nigeria and out of Nigeria. Why I bring and break them down. Right? So our normal G's and yarnings then we see those ones we see they come on in go small small. All right. So stay tuned. I always have you at the back of my mind. Have any question to ask? Please drop it under the comment section. First, from those questions that you ask, now they give me moral and then they give me ginger, make I dey come here. The yarn, the reason. I still love you guys and I can never love you for life. Yes, guys.